Older women of Reddit, what is something young women are doing that puzzles you? Buccal fat removal surgery. The overdone lip injections. I can't wait for this trend to die. Blasting pictures of their young children all over social media with 1,000 followers. Well done makeup including contouring. I am an old hag and never mastered the art, and now it seems like everyone is able to do it, and no matter what I still look like a rodeo clown if I try. Young women who are into it seem to watch a couple of videos and become total artists. Beginner tutorial, find the right shade. And I'm done. Crying on the internet. I'm talking full-on snot bubble crying. Maybe it's my childhood trauma talking, but I can't fathom having an awful thing happen to me and then whipping out my phone to tell my followers about it. Maybe BC I have no followers face with tears of joy, I just bury it deep and slap on a smile like my mom taught me growing heart. Taking pictures of yourself all the time. Even as a younger person I can't imagine doing this. Big, fluffy false eyelashes. I tried it once and it felt like caterpillars on my eyelids, they had to come off right away. I don't know how they stand it, but I admire their skill. Edit, just wanna make it clear here, I'm not about shitting on the aesthetics of young people. You do you, my sweet children, it's just not for me. Passive-aggressive roommate fights. The layers can get really impressive, but in a terrible way. I wrote B a note about dishes but C thought it was about them, so C wrote A note, then B came home and thought it was for her, so she texted the group chat and dude. Talk to people. Talk to people. This is the perfect time in your life to be practicing assertiveness and healthy conflict resolution. All this shitty note writing and vague group text chatting and bullshit is making whatever the problem is 1,000 times worse. Focusing on their social media appearance. The lighting, the posing, it's all for likes. Posting where they are, where they go. The complete transparency over their location floors me after being told not to tell people that stuff online. I worry that a lot of young people are too aware of their social media standing and appearance and aesthetic and are forgetting to find and love themselves for who they are. They are so good at makeup. I don't know if it's because they have better products, the availability of tutorial videos, or both, but they all look amazing and we were walking around with orange faces and smudged eyeliner. Not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous. Edit, so many bitter people in these replies. Makeup is a hobby. It might not be one that you enjoy, but that doesn't invalidate it. We should respect and uplift all women and however they choose to express themselves, whether it's by wearing makeup and miniskirts or Carhartts and Axel grease. I am bewildered by women who do not prioritize the ability to support themselves. Posting non-stop content and then caring so much about what strangers say about them online. As if life isn't difficult enough for women without finding new and unnecessary standards to hold yourself up to. It all seems like an exhausting, pointless and mentally draining exercise. Van life. The whole van life is so glamorous. Look at me sipping my coffee sitting in the back of my van in front of the sunrise thing is way overrated and very, very fake. Van life or camper life can be fun and an adventure at times, yes, but it comes with a lot of work, expense and risk that people don't tell you about. I'm 33, so I don't consider myself old yet, but I've seen young girls living through Snapchat, other apps, vehemently photographing themselves and everything around them. To me, it seems as if they care more about how they portray themselves online towards others they don't even know, instead of enjoying the actual experiences. Not using barrier birth control is another. Before I answer, what constitutes older? I know a few 17-18-year-old girls who have decided not to learn to drive or get licensed because their boyfriends always have cause not to finish school because they don't enjoy it and don't ever want to vote because that stuff's boring. They have these precious rights to be free, to be educated, to be heard, and they don't care. Regarding the car thing, we're in a semi-rural area with limited transport options. Botox in their early 20s. There's nothing there. What wrinkles are you trying to fix? I kinda hate the claw-like nails that are popular right now. How young they are getting Botox, fillers, lip fillers. Putting up with bullshit isn't okay. We all do this, but as 40-something it's painful to watch young women continue to just stay in abusive or even just frustrating imbalanced relationships. Realize your worth then later. The way young women seem to worry so much about their genitals' appearance. To the point of surgery on their labia and bleaching their anus. I blame porn, I suppose, but I hate that these young women feel so judged that they need to resort to this. Following people on social media that just make them feel bad about themselves. Comparing yourself to a highly curated filtered persona is so damaging to self-esteem. I don't understand why girls want to inflate their lips. Also girls with pointy long fingernails who have babies. I remember having an auntie with long fingernails and I used to hate holding her hand when I was tiny. There seems to be a hype culture about being a stripper or selling pics of one's feet on the internet. 14-year-olds are discussing how to best get a sugar daddy. Weird. And scary. Sending nudes and trusting the recipient. This is real small, and makes me feel real ancient, but pulling their bathing suits up their butt cracks. It just looks so uncomfortable to me, but you'll do you. I'll sit over in my full coverage, granny bathing suit that's probably ugly, but I'll be comfy face with tears of joy. Reading these as a young woman eyes. Not limited to women, but gender reveal parties. I already have to go to your baby shower, and now you want me to go to another party. Do I have to bring a gift? Giving too much information out. I notice a lot of younger women are more lenient about being disrespected by their partners. Accepting it as a person just telling their truth, however not understanding a person can be truthful without being an a-hole. Not wearing sunscreen and still going tanning. My sister died at age 36 from skin cancer, and it is still a struggle to convince younger girls of all ethnicities to wear sunscreen and stop tanning. Use a fake tanner or unlove the skin you're in. Incredibly long nails and over-the-top false eyelashes. The performative nature of everything. Ask someone to a dance. Have signs and cameras filming and gifts, they film everything. It's insane. There's no concept of privacy or events being just for them and their loved ones. It's like it's all a movie or play put on for the world to see 100 of the time. They don't seem to live their lives for themselves but for followers. It's really sad. I have no idea what young women are doing. Dating apps, wanting a relationship but feeling obligated to have sex quickly because how else will you get to know each other and be in a relationship, and lip fillers just hardly ever look good. Oh, and the flared pants being back in, especially when it's just like a black legging material and the bottoms are fraying from dragging on the floor. Reminds me of when I was a dorky 13-year-old. Sending nudes to a guy online or sending him texts, DMs revealing intimate information they don't even know simply because the guy asked. Don't do it. There are so many male influencers and social media stars being exposed as creeps for getting young women to send nudes or mention personal info and then doxing them or doing revenge porn. The lips, please make it stop. Creating new body shaming trends like tight gap, nose gap, size of waist, etc. Things men don't even know exist, so it's purely and solely women creating absolute nightmare of beauty standards for other women. Growing up in the noughties, it was traumatic, and I wished newer generations would have